Hello, everybody. We're back on THPN. Good to be back. Week 2 of this season, anyways. Welcome to the Hockey Podcast Network. They're just doing anthems now. We're, of course, doing a live watch-along for the Detroit Red Wings against the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton, Alberta. Beautiful Alberta. Had the chance to have a layover flight there last year. I loved my time in Alberta for 30 minutes. It was fantastic. Before we get put to puck drop here, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the Hockey Podcast Network. Tell people about it. If you're a hockey fan, this is the place for you. Lots of awesome hockey content, live watch-alongs, podcasts, you name it, and we have it here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed yourself. Click the bell icon to notify whenever we do go live on the channel. Also, make sure to follow us on our social media pages at hockeypodnet is the Insta and Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Akeem is the handle, and then at Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to make a donation, you can do that through the live chat as well. Right, get your score predictions in the chat. Edmonton Oilers, Detroit Red Wings. Should be a pretty good game. I'll have to acclimate myself with the standings, because I'll be honest, folks, I have not watched Detroit in a hot minute. I was excited for today because I'm like, I get to watch Detroit, a team who I haven't been able to watch a whole lot of Detroit. But should be a good one. Andrew says, hey, dude, how are you doing? How am I doing today? Well, Andrew, I am doing splendid today. Busy day, worked. Just did a workout here once I got home from work. Still finishing up my snack. I got a yogurt. Love me some yogurt. I'll finish that up here during the first period. But yeah, it's been good. Busy, but good. I love it. I just want to relax with all of you wonderful people at home and watch some hockey. That's kind of my plans for tonight. And then I'll probably have dinner after the stream. A late night dinner. Goza, what's up, Goza? I hope everyone's doing well at home too. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully it's a terrific Tuesday for your respective team if you're rooting for somebody. I don't really care, honestly. I have the Red Wings jersey in my closet, so I was like, I might as well wear it today, but I'm not going to be butthurt if Detroit loses or Edmonton wins. But Goza says it's the Detroit Red Hot Chicken Wings versus the Edmonton Olive Oilers. 4-2 Red Wings, says Goza. There you go. Andrew says 6-4 Red Wings. So everybody's saying Red Wings so far. Let me get stats up here. We are at Rogers Place, the beautiful Rogers Place. Edmonton, Alberta. Now that I realized this whole flash score thing I have on the right here has lineups. I've been a prat and have had to look it up on Twitter, but it easily shows it on the right here. Here, let's get the lineups here. The puck is down. Look how fancy this is. They even have the pictures of everybody, too. Let's start with the visitors in the Detroit Red Wings. So you got Raymond, Dylan Larkin, DeBrincat, Sider, Wallman, first line. Then you got Patrick Kane, JT Compher, David Perron, Sherratt, Petrie, second line. Then you got Fisher, Kopp, Rasmussen, Mata, and Shane Gostisbehere out of Union College, the Union College Dutchman. And then the fourth line of Sprawn, Joe Valeno, and Costin. And net, V.A. Husso. Decent goalie. For the home team, the Edmonton Oilers, you got Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman, Ekholm, Bouchard. Then everybody's favorites. It's Kane against Kane. Patrick Kane against Evander Kane. Then Leon Draisaitl, Corey Perry, Darnell Nurse, Cody Ceci, Gareth Hathaway, McLeod, Warren Fogle, Kulak, Desjarnais. That's a fun name to say. Gagne, Ryan, and Brown. And then probably the best mustache in the NHL, Jeff Skinner, is in net for the Oilers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How amazing. Big ups to the yogurt, everybody. I love me some yogurt. Let me know what snacks you're eating at home. Goza says, hopefully I don't wake up my girlfriend while I'm here for the first period. You don't want that. That's always a pain. Never want to wake up the girlfriend. Never upset the girlfriend. Especially tomorrow. If you don't know, if you have a girlfriend, Grant to the rescue. It is Valentine's Day tomorrow. So do not forget about that, or you'll be in the doghouse. It is Valentine's Day tomorrow. So maybe after the stream, or tomorrow morning, run out to grocery store, get some chocolate, some flowers, something, stuffed animal, little stuffed dog. The local store by me has a bunch of chocolate, and they had this little dog, stuffed dog. That was perfect. So I got that for the lovely lady. So we'll do that for tomorrow. And if you are single Valentine's Day, have fun. Have fun with it. Don't be too sad. You'll find somebody. Don't you worry. You'll find somebody. Okay, I don't know what's going on in Edmonton. We've had a whistle here. They're playing jazz music. I feel like I'm on the set of Whiplash here. If you know, you know. Whiplash. That's an older movie. That's like from 2015, 2016. Andrew says, I told Kyle and Jimmy that you would be live tonight and Thursday. Oh, good job. Thank you. Thank you for reminding them. From last night's stream. Yeah, I did see Kyle was live yesterday. Shout out Kyle, legend, and Jimmy as well. Fellow troopers on the THPN team. Love it. But yeah, my score predictions for this game, I'm going to go, everyone's saying Detroit. Edmonton did have that crazy win streak, that 16 wins in a row. Detroit's right on the cusp. They're a bubble team right now. 61 points. They're kind of like hit or miss. They've been good and bad, and then, you know, kind of in the middle there. But they've done well enough to have a little gap between them and the Devils and for a playoff spot. I don't know. I'm vibing Edmonton tonight. I don't know why. I think Edmonton will win. I'm going to go for a... I think it'll be somewhat low scoring. I don't think it'll be like Toronto-Dallas from last week. I will probably go for a... I don't know. Maybe like a 3-1. 3-1 win for Edmonton. It'll be 2-1 late, and then Edmonton will get an empty net to make it 3-1. That's what I think is going to happen. Jared says, hey, Grant. What's up, Jared? Hope you're doing okay. Lightning and Bruins are tied in the third. Yeah, so on my... We can kind of do a triple watch-along here. On the ESPN app, if I can get this freaking thing to work, I can do picture-in-picture. So I will have that game picture-in-picture. So we can kind of do a double watch along here. I have eyes on Tampa Bay, Boston, 2-2 with 13 minutes left here in the game. So we kind of do a double watch along here. Spice it up a bit on THPN on this Tuesday. Why not spice it up on Valentine's Eve? Here's who makes the save here. About 15 minutes left. Jared, how about that Super Bowl, man? That was a crazy Super Bowl. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I honestly, I can't remember the last time. Maybe a statistician who's watching can help me out. I can't remember the last time a Super Bowl game went to overtime. To my memory, I don't remember. I feel like they've always ended, like, in the fourth quarter, whether it's been dramatic or a blowout. But yeah, that's definitely up there with one of my favorite Super Bowls I've ever watched in terms of the game. I can talk about the halftime show later, because that's a whole other, discussion we can have. And you could sense by the tone of my voice, I probably didn't like the halftime show. But, I mean, I put that game up there with the New York Giants against New England Patriots, Eli Manning, last minute game winning drive essentially to win it for the Giants. That was probably my all time favorite Super Bowl. This might be second or third. I thought it was a fantastic Super Bowl. A bit boring in the beginning. Nobody scored, which, it is what it is. It was good defense. And then in the fourth quarter, it was just back and forth, back and forth. So, very, very good. Very, very good. And my condolences for Jared. Goza says, I can't tell you about my snack tonight. I'm working tomorrow, so we went out tonight instead. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Where'd you go? Like a nice restaurant? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow because I work late tomorrow night, so my girlfriend probably isn't too happy with that. But what can you do? It's out of my control. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. Whether we'll stay in or go out, I don't know. We'll do something. Jared says, I was crying at the Super Bowl. I left when the game ended. Jared, did you attend the Super Bowl then? Or you left your party? But yeah, just think. All you had to do was make that extra point. If you made the extra point, game would be over. And the 49ers would be Super Bowl champions. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And also, I think the huge mistake that the 49ers made was they won the coin toss in overtime. You always want to go second in overtime. I don't know why you want to go first. Because if you go second in overtime, you know exactly what you have to do. Because if the other team scored a touchdown, you still get a shot. And so you know what you need to do. And you're going to use all 4 downs. So you get an extra shot every drive, Whereas if you go first, you're going to have to punt. If it's 4th and 5, and you're at your own 30-yard line, you're going to have to punt. Whereas games on the line, you need to get a field goal, you need to get a touchdown, otherwise the game's over. You're obviously not going to punt on a 4th and 2. You're going to go for it. Like we saw Mahomes did yesterday, or 2 nights ago. So, I think that was a big mistake by San Fran to not go second, to get the ball second in overtime. Because like I said, you get to use all 4 downs. Unlike, if you go first, you only get 3. So, that was tough, very tough. But I loved it. That was a great Super Bowl. My only complaint, we can talk about it as well, is the halftime show was ass. And then the whole Taylor Swift thing was a bit annoying. But I don't want to harp too much on that. Andrew says, I'm drinking decaf coffee. There you go. I'm not a big coffee connoisseur. I've dabbled with it. I've had a Frappuccino from Starbucks. I remember I had that when I went to the mall, like during Christmas, and it was all right. Basically, just to get a sugar high, essentially, and that's about it. But not a big coffee, not a coffee guy. More of a water smoothie tea person. I do love peppermint tea. Peppermint tea is probably my favorite, and then I go ginger tea. Especially after you eat a meal, I think ginger tea is probably one of the better things you could drink after a meal. But yeah, we're still scoreless here, everybody. Don't you worry. I'll let you know if anything happens. Don't you worry. And then I also have eyes on the Boston game as well. Thank you, ESPN, for doing picture-in-picture from you. Jared says 3-2 shootout for the Wings. There you go. Jared thinks this game's going the distance. Am I the only person who's picking Edmonton tonight? It's a bit ironic because I'm wearing a Detroit jersey. David, what's up, David? I butchered your name, sorry. It's been a long day for me. What's up, David? I tried turning on, even through NHL Center Ice, the Wings, Oilers, and Canucks Blackhawks games. But for unknown reasons, both showed as having been blacked out. The Jackets Sens game was available. Oh. Are you in Canada, David? Are you based in Canada? Because I know there's lots of drama about being able to watch the games if you live in Canada and the blackouts. Because I know there's a lot of people, for example, if you live in Ottawa, in the Ottawa area, and oh, post! Edmonton hit the post. That comes shot goes wide. Here's McDavid. Well, back on that point later. Let's see if Edmonton can get a goal here. McDavid is dipsing and doodling. Bouchard, this is good pressure by the Oilers. Here's Zach Hyman, far side, plays it in deep. Detroit looks so gassed right now. So gassed. And they're able to chip it out. But I know there's a lot of issues in Canada with the blackouts. Where, like, you live in Ottawa, and you pay for, like, the Sportsnet package or whatever to get, I don't know, to watch all the NHL games, but it's blacked out since you live in Ottawa. It's the same for me. I live in Minnesota, for example. I pay for ESPN Plus to get all the games. However, all the Minnesota Wild games are blacked out because I live here. And it's just bullshit. It's so stupid. Like, I mean, that just has to go. Like, I get the blackout rule, like, 10 years ago, back when it was NHL Game Center, because I think local TV and people, everyone had cable, but now everybody has, like, YouTube TV, Fubo, name any other service. Everybody has, I don't know, a streaming service versus cable. They've cut the cord. Snip, snip, cut the cord. Not that kind of cord. I'm talking about the cable cord. But yeah, David says, however, I like it at THPN as a scoreboard on the screen as to whether the Oilers are waiting to win that game. I honestly don't know. The Oilers, after all, have scored following the All-Star break. Just 6. Interesting. Oh, they score! Alex, David. David. You called it right there. After the Oilers, after all, have scored. They just scored right here. It's Leon Draisaitl. Unbelievable. David. The magician David has called it. I think Ville Husso got knocked over by his own defender. Draisaitl just cuts to the middle of the ice and shoots it, and Husso is already on his butt. I think he just slipped over. That's tough for Ville Husso, but it's 1-0 for Edmonton. Wait, so David, they've only scored 6 goals since the All-Star break. Interesting. Over 3 games, but one of them in a 5-3 win last week over the Ducks. The Sens will end up having scored 5 goals or more for at least the second straight game, while the Leafs have scored 3 or more for 3 straight games over at Scotiabank Arena, up 3-1 over the Blues with under 6 minutes to go in the third period. Gotcha. Yeah, I like how they post the scoreboard as well, David. I think that's great. Goza says they went to a lovely Turkish restaurant. Can't go wrong with Turkish food. Jared says, I attended the Super Bowl for the Niners. You did, Jared? No way. How much were tickets, or did you get to go for free? Because on the last stream we did, I looked at ticket prices, or maybe one of my streams I did on my own channel. It was like $10,000 to go, so that's insane. Jared, I also would cry if I went. Yeah. Oliver, Taylor Swift, and Kelsey at the club dancing. One thing I will say, that there's a clip online of Taylor and Travis dancing at the club, and I gotta say, that is freaking adorable. I find it adorable. I think it's great. They're just living their life, having fun. Can't blame that. I can't knock that. I think that's great. My only complaint was like on the broadcast, whenever Kelsey touched the ball or something good happened for Kansas City, they always pan to Taylor Swift in the crowd with Blake Lively, and it's like, I don't care. I do not care. Just show the game, please. But other than that, it wasn't terrible. Do I drink decaf tea? Says Andrew. Is there such a thing as decaf tea? I thought tea was just tea. I just drink regular tea, like peppermint tea or ginger tea, turmeric tea. I don't drink like non-decaf or decaf tea. Liam says 4-2 Oilers. He's on my side. Oilers today. I said 3-1. 4-2 is a good shot or good shout. David says, yes, I'm based in Ontario's capital of Toronto. NHL center ice should have worked to get around the Canucks and Oilers TV blackouts, but for unknown reasons didn't. The two Western Canadian teams' games are being broadcasted on Sportsnet, the Sens game on TSN, the sports network. Yeah. That's so frustrating, David. That is so frustrating. Oh. One thing a way to get around of it, if you go to a website called Sports Surge, it's like the old Reddit forum where you found like streams to watch the games. Go to Sports Surge and they have like streams for you there. Stream at your own risk because I guess technically it's illegal, but you're not going to get caught. It's not your fault. Oh no. Oh, VA Huso. VA Huso. It's 2-0 Edmonton. Oh. It's already 2-0. I need to see a replay on this because VA Huso might be getting pulled after this. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Oh, it's Alex Lyon. What happened to VA Huso? Or is this Ron? It says VA Huso, but it looks like they changed to Lyon. Oh, wow. Okay. So Alex Lyon's in net. Apologies. They lied to me. It sits on a throne of lies. Flash score. I wonder if they changed goalies after the first goal. I have no idea. That's bizarre. It's 2-0 anyways. Jared says, by the way, Riley is suspended for 5 games for the cross-check. I did see that, Jared. I did. I'm curious as to everybody else's thoughts on this. I think it's very demographic. If you're an old school NHL fan or, hockey player, you think that's totally fine what Morgan Riley did. If a guy takes a clapper at an empty net, you thought that's what that Senators player deserved. I think if you're in the camp of like the new generation of hockey, you're like, well, Morgan Riley probably went a bit too far, and it's well deserved, the 5 games. My thoughts on it, I thought it was stupid. I forgot the player for the Senators who did it, but I thought it was really, really stupid, and it's super cocky to do that, a full clapper at an empty net. I would have done the same thing, honestly. If I was a defenseman, like back in high school, and an opposing player did that, I'd jump his ass. Like, you can't do that. That's just so shitty. So, I do think, the 5 games honestly seems like a lot because I've seen a lot worse in the NHL get less. And that's my issue with it. But I think honestly, just give him a game suspension, and I would have been fine with it. But 5 games is a bit, that's a bit egregious in my opinion. Andrew says Ontario. David says NHL center ice normally works. It's simply unusual that 2 games I hope to watch are being blacked out. Yeah. Well, David, my advice: either Sports Surge or come to America and get ESPN Plus, and then you can watch it. Or VPN. VPN might work for you. Then you'll save money on flights to America. And then David says, Draisaitl's gotten things going, although I plan to catch highlights of that game ASAP later. Should be available on Sportsnet's Twitter. Oh yeah, I always watch the Sportsnet highlights on YouTube if I missed an Islanders game or Canucks game, I always go to Sportsnet for the highlights. See, I go to Sportsnet for two reasons. Because it's better. Sportsnet is just better than going to the NHL YouTube page. Also, the Sportsnet YouTube page, at least for me, has no ads on it. So, unlike if you go to the NHL YouTube page, you got to watch like 5 minutes of ads before you can watch the highlights. And sometimes there's ads within the highlights. So it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. By the way, it's still 2-2. Tampa and Boston. We got about 4 minutes left in the third there. We got 7:45 left here in the first. Jared says I won tickets from a contest. That is unbelievable, Jared. I'm jealous. Hopefully one day I get invited to go to a Super Bowl, because there's no way in hell I'm forking out 10 grand to go myself. Even if I somehow got filthy rich, I would never ever spend that much on a ticket. And David says, with an empty net goal by Bob McMahon, the Leafs are up 4-1 with under 100 seconds to go in the third. Leafs likely to beat the Blues. Yeah, next commercial break, we'll do an out-of-town score update, but that's a good win for the Leafs. The Blues are kind of in the hunt in the West for that wild card spot. Andrew says, you're a lucky duck. My first Super Bowl, I met the Niner players to sign my... Is that McCaffrey jersey, I'm assuming? CMC? See, who says I doesn't know football? Who says I don't know football? Christian McCaffrey. I think that's what CMC means. That's incredible, Jared. That is amazing. I'm very jealous. I'd love to go to a Super Bowl. To be honest, I don't really care that much about football besides the Super Bowl, but I would still totally go, obviously. And I watch it every year. Always. It's like a holiday. Got some vanilla raspberry yogurt. So good. So good. RJ, what's up, RJ? Sabres put up a 7 spot on the Kings. That's unreal. Goza says the Kings suck. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They had a little bit of a hot streak early on, but now they've plummeted to the depths of the Bering Sea, where teams go to die. Jared said the Oilers scored again. I couldn't believe it. I think I'm going to give Alex Line a bit of a hall pass, which I know has a different connotation, but in this context, hall pass, because I'm not going to get super upset with him. It did hit Nugent Hopkins' skates and then go 5-hole. So I'll give him a little bit of leeway, but still, that's a soft goal. That is a very soft goal. What an interesting coincidence after the Kings shut out the Oilers. There you go. It appears Husso allowed an ugly goal. It was, but I think it was Lyon. I don't know what happened. If someone can tell me at home, if Husso got pulled after the first goal, or if Alex Lyon was the starter all along, because I was going off this. Maybe if I go to Twitter, it'll say differently. I was going off what the website was saying here on the right of your screen. No, I think he got pulled after the first goal. I have no idea why. Because even on Twitter it says Husso was starting over Lyon. That's bizarre. I wonder what happened. Hope maybe they'll tell us here, but... Very weird. Oh, so good. Nice to have a little snack. Nice little pick-me-up after a workout. I'm gassed, by the way. I did a brutal workout. I'm so gassed. Still 2-2 Tampa Boston. We got about 2:40 left in the third. Looks like Boston's on the power play. 2-0 here. Shots 10-6 for Edmonton. 5:40 left. Kane Shot by Gostisbehere, and Stuart Skinner's on his ass. Makes the save. That's very beer league of Stuart Skinner there. Just falls on his ass. Andrew says, next time look deep before you go live. I don't know what that means. Look deep. I think it's the right call. 5 games. I can take it. I think it's a bit egregious. Dave says, VPN is interesting, although hopefully NHL Center Ice will work, at least for my broadcasts, at least for broadcasts of the games that feature Canadian teams. Going forward, but pretty much anything still goes. So wait, so NHL Center Ice, that's a cable package, right, David? That's not like a streaming service per se. That's like through your cable provider. Because in America, we still have that. If you have like DirecTV or Comcast, you can get that through your cable bill, essentially. Or cable provider, NHL Center Ice. So in that case, the VPN wouldn't work since it's through cable. Goza says, blackouts occur over in England and Europe. If a local cable company has a random NHL game on live, then you can't watch it on your NHL TV account. Unless you have a VPN, of course. Yeah, blackouts are the worst thing to ever happen to sports or to any, broadcast. It is so stupid. Because it's so frustrating as a hockey fan because in America, you pay for ESPN Plus, but sometimes the game's only on TNT. So you need to have a cable subscription to get TNT or HBO Max. Sometimes the game is on, well, I guess that'd be the only case. Or it's on NHL Network, for example. There's lots of games that are on NHL Network that I can't watch, even though I pay for ESPN Plus to watch all the NHL games. It's bullshit. It is total bullshit. Because, even if you have YouTube TV doesn't have NHL Network. It's frustrating. It is ridiculous. Oh, the world we live in. But it's first world problems. That's definitely first world problems, but it is very frustrating. David, in terms of commercials embedded in YouTube videos, I think of the Locked On pods I've watched. Example for the Sleeper app. Haven't used it and don't intend to. Yeah, it's so annoying when you watch a highlight video for a game and there's ads in the middle of it. That it sucks. Sometimes I just watch on my computer because there's this I forgot what it's called. But on Google Chrome, there's an extension called Adblock for YouTube. And it blocks all the ads, so you just skip it, which is very nice. So sometimes I do that. But if you're on your, I have an Apple TV in my room where I watch YouTube videos a lot, and I get tons of ads there, and I don't want to fork up $30 a month to get YouTube Premium because that's just stupid, and yeah. Well, Red Wings on the power play here. They're ranked 11th in the NHL. The PK for Edmonton's 81%, so which is 8th in the league. Very good. We'll see if Detroit can get back in the game. I have a feeling this might be a runaway game for the Oilers. Here's Sprawn for Patty Kane. It's so weird seeing Patrick Kane not in the Blackhawks jersey. I know it's been a year, but it's still very, very weird. Oh! Where was the penalty there? That should have been cross-checking. Jesus. How is that not a penalty? That's shocking. Oh, they score! Alex DeBrincat, the Cats. Meow, says Alex DeBrincat. He gets the goal, and it's 2-1, and Stuart Skinner is going to want this back. That was a crap goal to give up. Show me the replay on this. Who was that? Who was that in front of the net? Joe Veleno got decked in front of the net. I don't know how that wasn't cross-checking. I mean, that was a crap goal to give up for Stuart Skinner. Jesus. I mean, that's beer league goaltending by Stuart Skinner. Beer league goaltending. No agility. Couldn't get over to his right post quick enough. Couldn't get the pad down. Maybe he didn't see the pass. I don't know. But that is crap goaltending by Stuart Skinner. Maybe he doesn't have the flexibility or agility to move that fit quickly post to post, but that is bad. That is bad. You know Igor Shesterkin or Sorokin would save that easily. Well, it's 4 minutes left, 2-1. My score prediction was 3-1, so I could be right. Jared, yes, CMC is Christian McCaffrey. Look at that. Grant Akeem, the football expert. Look at that. Also, don't forget, before this period ends, this video is sponsored by DraftKings. Use the promo code THPN if you want to sign up for DraftKings. If you're into sports betting, hopefully you used it this past Sunday and you won some money. I stay away from it because I'm too scared. I'm in college and I want to save money. I don't want to lose it, so all about saving money and working for me at this point. Here comes Detroit again. Good job by Ekholm. Donnell, what's up, Donnell? What's up, sir? How you doing tonight? Didn't know you'd be covering this game on the live stream, and I see that you're wearing the Red Wings home jersey and Adidas. When did you get this jersey? Yeah, so I got this jersey probably 2 years ago. If you don't know, I'm a huge New York Islanders fan. My favorite player on the Islanders was Nick Leddy. He got traded to Detroit, so my lovely mom, or you could say Santa, got me a Nick Leddy. I don't know if you can see it on the back. A Nick Leddy Red Wings jersey. And it's very funny because he ended up getting traded during that same season. So this jersey lasted like 2 months. Because he got dealt to St. Louis at the trade deadline. But, you know, that is how it is. So I do like this jersey. It's a classic Detroit jersey. I love it. Roll up the sleeves. Business tonight. But yeah, really nice. Nice to have in the collection. I do want to get an Edmonton jersey. That would be cool. Oh, good save by Lyon. Oilers with the pressure. Good save. By the way, in the Tampa-Boston game, we are in overtime. 2-2 in overtime. The puck just dropped. You're from Jose Romero Navaez on Facebook. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tonight. The Triple Threat, THPN, the TT Triple Threat. What time? That's what Kate Diempo means. We got 1:15 left here in the first, and 1:14 after Stuart Skinner covers the puck up. Davis says NHL Center Ice is an additional package available via select TV providers. Yeah, okay, so it is TV, so VPN wouldn't work then. If it's through cable, you can't do a VPN. Jared says Brock Purdy played well on Sunday. He did. I thought Brock Purdy was excellent, considering he was the last pick in the draft. He was amazing. Someone's got to tell me what's going on in Edmonton with this band. There's like a jazz section that's playing during the whistles. Is that a new tradition in Edmonton? Last minute play here in the first, 2-1. Here comes Detroit. Larkin, Michigan boy, out of the University of Michigan. Here's Raymond. Plays it to the point. And they can nick a goal here at Detroit. They'd be in business. Oh! Skinner's going to save it. Raymond had all the clearance in the world to go to the front of the net there. Yeah, the Edmonton defense is on and off, isn't it? Donnell, I will answer this question once the period ends. I will go back to that question once the period ends. Because, oh my god, that's a loaded question. I have a lot to say about that. David, the last time I traveled out of Canada, I didn't get a VPN, although I plan to consider getting one for my next trip abroad. To be determined how soon such a trip will be. Yes, VPNs are the way to go. Get a VPN. See, the cool thing with that, like, it works for sports. It works for if you want to watch, like, Netflix, but, like, whatever's, like, for me, like, I sometimes watch, like, the UK Netflix because they have, like, How I Met Your Mother on there. The Office is on there. So, definitely saves you money, I think, if you get a VPN. Because in America, everything's on a streaming service, whereas, like, in England and other countries, a lot of those, like The Office, for example, would be on there. So you wouldn't have to get the Peacock subscription, or if you want to watch How I Met Your Mother, you wouldn't have to get Hulu. It's already there on Netflix. Just get a VPN. Oh! Oh, good blocker by Alex Lyon. Great blocker by Alex Lyon. He's stolen Zach Hyman. Tremendous. That's stupendous. That's a great save by Alex Lyon. With the shaft. With the shaft. Still 2-2 in the Boston game. We have a minute left in the overtime. One last face-off here in the Detroit zone. Let's get down to business. Rave time. It's rave time. There's a long delay. I don't know why there's a long delay. We just got 4 more seconds, boys. Puck is down. Detroit wins it, and they'll run out the clock. So that's the first. My assessment of that period was crap goaltending. That was my assessment. 2 words, crap goaltending. Angus says, hi, Grant, how are you? I'm doing good, Angus. Busy as always, but it's fun. Love doing these streams with everybody. It's just nice and relaxing to watch some hockey and chill out with all of you wonderful people at home. Make sure you do subscribe, by the way, if you're just tuning in. Bottom right-hand corner to THPN. Follow us on Twitter and Insta at hockeypodnet. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Akeem is my handle. At Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. And then if you want to help support the channel without a donation, do that through the live chat. And then if you want to check out anything I do on YouTube, I do gaming streams like FIFA, Red Dead, GTA. I also do watch-alongs just like this. So if you're interested, Grant Akeem channel, check it out. Don't have to. But most importantly, subscribe here. That is what the mission is tonight. Angus says, having all the separate platforms becomes more of a money dump. Then there are the blackouts. It would be nice to have a single unifying platform. Well, Angus, I can get rid of this. On that point, Angus, I did see that ESPN and Warner and Fox and like Discovery are doing like a joint, they're combining with the plan of having like a one-stop shop for like everything sports. So that is happening. So there will be an option to have everything on a unifying platform. But not for me, because that service is only sports. Whereas, like, I'd rather pay for a YouTube TV where I get, like, other services, you know? Like, I want to watch, like, some 90 Day Fiancé. Like, I want to watch, like, stupid shows like that you couldn't get on that service. Let me get to the Boston game here. Oh, Vasilevsky! Excellent save by Vasilevsky. We got 0.5 seconds left in overtime. It's still 2-2. Wow. Goza says the Detroit Red Pills. Good one. Let's bring the puns back. Get the puns back. David, I'm less annoyed by the sleeper ads than I am of those ads that occur other than during traditional commercial breaks of Raptors games. Many for Bet Rivers, shrinking the screen space available. Yeah, so Sportsnet does the thing where, like, they go to, like, a commercial, but you're still on the broadcast. They like put it on the side or whatever. They make the ad really small. I don't mind that. I prefer those kind of commercial breaks versus like when they go to the commercial. And I tell you what, with the commercials, I'm sick and tired of all these like sports betting commercials. Like, it's ridiculous. All I've seen for the past like week is sports betting, sports betting, sports betting, sports betting. It's like when you turn on NBC in America and all you get are like the Viagra ads, or I couldn't Taltz or Prevagen, all these ads for like pharmaceutical companies. It's like the same thing but with sports betting. It's nonsense. We got a timeout here for Boston. 2.6 seconds left. They added like 2 seconds. So Boston is going to get a power play. This is very interesting. With 2 seconds left, so they might as well pull a goalie. Because I don't think Tampa's going to score. That should be a pencil, says Andrew. Angus says, I'm good on my part. Good to hear. David, Skinner appears to have allowed an ugly goal, although these wins are back, at least with 1 goal. Yeah, David, I thought that was a very ugly goal to give up. I wonder if there's a replay of it, courtesy of our Sportsnet fans, Sportsnet Twitter page, or of the Oilers Twitter page. Can our friends at Sportsnet hook us up with some clips? They do not, so check Oilers. What was the Detroit goal? Excuse me, Grant. It was a Detroit goal. Yeah, here we go. Loud. Here we go. I just want to show you guys the replay of this. You can be the judge at home if it's bad or not. This goal for Detroit. I thought Skinner did terribly on this. Are we full screen? We are full screen. Look at this on the replay, everybody. Can I slow this down? I'll slow it down, too. Nope, that's fast. That's too fast. That's too fast. Make it 0.5. So here's the play, everybody. Look at Stuart Skinner here. Look at Stuart Skinner. He just doesn't read the pass, and it just looks like he doesn't have the hip flexibility to go post to post. He just doesn't read it. Literally, that puck was in the middle of the net, and it went through his 5-hole. Terrible shot by DeBrincat, but it finds a way in the net. It finds a way in. Into the sea. Swimming through sink lullabies, joking on your alibi. Well, here's Jake DeBrusk, everybody, on the shootout here. First round of the shootout. Shoots it wide. Shoots it wide. Bit of bonus action here during this intermission. Boston and Tampa. Here comes Victor Hedman. Stoned by Allmark. Hartford might haggis. Goes at Anaheim Fried Ducks. Sorry, Anaheim Fried Duck Wings. Angus, Anaheim Fried Duck and Haggis. I forgot what haggis is again, Angus. Dave, I'm currently watching the Wings Oilers game on Sportsnet. Well, here comes Charlie Coyle. Save. Via NHL Center Ice on iPad, making the earlier blackout on an iPhone app for the same TV package. Puzzling. That's weird. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. It doesn't let you watch on the phone, but it lets you watch on the iPad. I always prefer watching on the iPad. Point scores in the second round. Braden Point makes it 1-0 in the shootout. So now Boston has to score. Otherwise, Tampa Bay wins. Hockey from Home says, hey Grant, what's up? Hockey from Home. Hope we're doing well on this Tuesday. We're just doing a bit of a sneak peek here of the, not sneak peek, bonus coverage of Tampa-Boston. David Pastrnak must score. He does not. Tampa Bay wins. Tampa Bay wins it 3-2 in the shootout. If you're a Tampa Bay fan, that's great. That's not good if you're in the Eastern Conference and you're the Devils, Islanders, Penguins, Capitals, etc. Hockey from Home, what snack are you eating? I had some yogurt earlier on in the stream. Angus says the last decent Super Bowl halftime show was when Prince performed. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Angus, I gotta go back to Donnell's comment. Donnell's comment. What are your thoughts of the Super Bowl halftime show of Usher, Alicia Keys, Jermaine Dupri, Little John, Ludacris, and her? I thought it was good in my eyes. My opinion, Donnell, I didn't really like it because I'll preface this by saying that R&B is not my genre. I don't like R&B music. I listen to like rock, pop stuff, indie rock. Like I'll throw some bands out that I like U2, I don't know, Vampire Weekend, The Killers, Coldplay. I mean, geez. I like Post Malone. I don't know. I like a lot of different stuff. This R&B, I've never really gotten into R&B. Oh, down goes the iPad. Oh, we're not even plugged in. It'd be nice if I was plugged in. Gotta charge the phone. But I've never been a big R&B fan. I just thought it was basic and boring. The halftime show, I didn't really get it. I didn't really like the music. I didn't get it. I thought it was boring, basic. I didn't know what was going on. Nothing crazy. I'm just disappointed because I thought the Killers should have hosted it. Why not have the Killers do the halftime show? They're from Vegas. Just imagine the whole stadium singing Mr. Brightside. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. That would have been amazing, but they elected to go with Usher. I thought, I'm not a big fan of Usher. I thought Alicia Keys was great. I thought her was amazing. I love her. I love, like, the songwriter, her. Amazing, but... yeah, I didn't really like it. I didn't get it. I would have gone with the Killers, but that's just me. And I don't know when the NFL will go back to a rock band hosting the halftime show. I feel like it's all these single artists that host it, unfortunately, but yeah. Angus said the last decent Super Bowl halftime show was when the Prince one was great. That was like 2009. I thought Rihanna was good, like a couple years ago. I thought Katy Perry had some good ones. Didn't Pink have one that was really good? I obviously love the Coldplay one because I like Coldplay. The Weeknd. I like The Weeknd, Blinding Lights. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I know I can't sleep here till I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the light. I thought that was amazing. Loved it. Loved it. David says, I was also able to seconds ago turn on a relevant NHL Center Ice channel that had been assigned to broadcast the Sportsnet feed for the Canucks Blackhawks game. The first period is over. And the Oilers wins game. Although, unlike the Canucks Hawks game, the second period hadn't yet started. That game at the United Center with just under 10 to go in the second period. Thank you for the updates, David. Canucks have a 2-0 lead over the Hawks about halfway through the second. Yeah. The Canucks have to win that game. They have to win that game. That'd be a disgrace if you lose it. The Islanders lost to the Blackhawks. That's how Lane Lambert got fired. Lost to the Blackhawks in overtime. You get fired, and Patrick Roy comes in. Oh, the comments are coming in thick and fast tonight. My apologies. My apologies for not getting to them quicker. I just got to stretch quick. Do a bit of a stretch. I normally take a break during intermissions, but I'm feeling good. I feel like I can muster through the intermission. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. I know I can't sleep here till I feel your touch. I can read more comments while I stretch. David, yes, the Bolts game went to a shootout. Andrew says night hockey. Yep, we are approaching NHL After Dark if you're on the East Coast. Yep. Angus says sports betting will eventually lead to athletes gambling. The industry will get rocked. Mark my words. Well, yeah, that's what happened to Shane. Was it Shane Pinto? Or somebody on Ottawa betted on a game. He got suspended for half the year. Andrew said never bet on the parlays. I don't even understand them, Andrew, so I couldn't tell you what a parlay is. I do not understand how those work. Hedman shot it wide too, says Armand. Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing. And what I can do... Are there any other games going on? Let's get the Hurricanes and... Hurricanes and Stars. If this works. Here we go. It looks like Dallas scored, so now it's 3-2. Oh, good stretch. I think you've had enough of my crotch. That was a good stretch. I do watch these on my Xbox, my ancient Xbox that's 11 years old now, from 2013. The Xbox One. I'm definitely getting a new one. I need to get a new one. That needs to happen. David says the Prusk just missed on the first attempt to score a shootout goal in the relevant game. He did. Andrew says go to the break room for the promo. Andrew, I run this town. I'm just kidding. I will do that, Andrew. We definitely will. Thank you for the reminder. Armand says second shot missed by the Bruins. Shot made by Braden Point. Yep. 1-0 good, guys. Pasta missed. Tampa Bay won. Braden Point appeared to have been on point. There you go, David. Bolts shootout opening goal. 1-0 Bolts. Yep. Angus, I thought a bunch of food puns while walking the dog, and now I forgot them. Oh. Remember them. We need more food puns today. You guys have been light on the food puns. Bolts and Leafs have 63 and 62 respective points, putting those teams third and fourth in the Atlantic. The Wings with 60 points are in fifth, where they will, even with the W, more games played than the Leafs. Yeah, this is a big game for, both teams. I feel like Edmonton's kind of safe. You got LA kind of chasing them, but this is a big one for Detroit. If they can get a win here, bigger gap between them and the Islanders and Devils, because they're nipping at their heels right now, the Detroit Red Wings. So Do they have games in hand? No. Detroit has games in hand, so that helps. That definitely helps. Over the Oilers remaining going into games to take place on Wednesday Eastern Time. Andrew says Aerosmith. That was a good halftime show. What year was that Aerosmith did it? Oh, 2001. Britney and Aerosmith and NSYNC and Mary J. Blige. I was 1 year old, so I don't quite remember that. I do not remember that. Jared says Bruins lost in the shootout. Yes, they did. We have eyes on the Dallas Stars game. Also, we're back for the start of the second for the Oilers and Red Wings. That came out quick. That was a quick intermission. When you're having fun, it's a quick intermission, as they say. Time flies. Andrew, we will do the promo at the TV timeouts because I am obligated to do that multiple times during the stream. So I will do that during the next TV timeout. Yes, we will. It's too much fun tonight. Sue me. I'm having lots of fun just chatting and chilling. Good save by Lyon there on Ekholm. Here comes Detroit. 2-on-1. Good save. Good play by Nurse there. Good play by Nurse. Angus says, I'm into old school R&B. Most modern music is too overproduced for me. Yeah, I'm not modern music today isn't. Yeah, I agree. It is overproduced. There's some that I like. But I think for the most part, I'm more of a fan of songs that were released kind of before the 2020s. But yeah, the evolution of music is very interesting because I feel like in the early 2000s it was all rock bands. Those were like the upper echelon of musical artists was rock bands. And then now, starting in 2010s, now in 2020s, I feel like it's all about the single artists, so like a Taylor Swift, a Katy Perry, Rihanna, Beyonce, like just the single artists, not a band. I feel like that's more popular than like a U2, Coldplay, Killers, Vampire Weekend, etc. Shout out Arcade Fire. I love Arcade Fire. If you're a Canadian out there, I love Arcade Fire. But yeah, it's interesting how music has changed, and I also think the DJs are super popular now, like the Chainsmokers, David Guetta, Marshmello, those kind of people. Like, I feel like DJs and then the single artists like Taylor Swift are like super popular, more popular than rock bands. I think it's more cooler to do that than to be a rock band in 2024, which is sad, but I think that's just how it is now. I don't know why, but yeah. Andrew says I like the halftime show. There you go. Donnell says, sorry, bro. I love my R&B, rap, and hip-hop. Yeah, R&B, I never got into it. I mean, even rap, I'm not a big fan of rap. There's some that I find good. But I think a lot of cases, there's some rap music that gets released today that I can't understand the words. It just sounds like jibber jabber, so... Yeah, that's just how I'm not a big rap person. I'm definitely in the minority because I feel like a lot of people my age like rap music and like Travis Scott and Mac Miller or etc. Those kind of people. So I never really got into those music. I only listened to like bands. Dave Matthews Band. I love Dave Matthews Band. That's a good shout. But yeah, I'm very old school. You can thank my dad for that. Andrew says Michael Jackson. That was a great halftime show too. What year was the Michael Jackson one? Let's shout out our favorite halftime shows of all time. That'd be a good one. Janet Jackson is my first one. I'm just kidding. 1993. Yeah, I feel like halftime shows pre-20, I don't know, earlier in the 2000s were just epic. In the 90s, I think they were just epic. Angus says, lots of people say that rock is dead. It never is dead to me. Me neither, Angus. Rock, live on. Get the tongue out as well. Love me some rock. Enter Sandman. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. Radiohead. Motorhead. Neil Peart. Keith Moon. Bono. The Edge. Love it. Love it all. Andrew says the New Jersey Cheeseburger Devils. Clever. Very clever. Angus says the Minnesota Meatloaf. That's what they should call the Minnesota Wild, that. The Meatloaf. They're playing like Meatloaf's the Wild. Tell you what. They really got to ramp it up. If the Wild want to make the playoffs, they really got to ramp it up. I mean, they're sort of there. They're a bubble team. If they go on a run, there's a chance. But I just, being the realist I am, I don't see them making the playoffs. I don't see it. Still 2-1, 15:23 left here in the second period. Shots 13 apiece. Katy Perry, yeah, the Katy Perry one was great. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Put on that cherry chapstick. I kissed a girl and I like it. Or Fireworks, isn't that a firework? Fireworks is a song. Roar. And you're gonna hear me roar. Oh. Get me on America's Got Talent. JT and Janet Jackson. Who could forget the famous Janet Jackson Super Bowl performance? Saved by Skinner there. Patrick Kane got the shot on. Patty Kane again puts it in deep. Oh, another chance gets blocked. Kane! Oh, Skinner was there. This is the kind of the first time I've seen Detroit with lots of pressure tonight. Besides the power play. But yeah, what the Janet Jackson scandal, when was that? February 2004. The incident, sometimes referred to as Nipplegate or Janetgate, led to an immediate crackdown and widespread discourse on perceived indecency in broadcasting. Here we go. Here's the situation. If you don't know what this whole situation is with Janet Jackson and the nip slip, here we go. So Super Bowl halftime show 2004. Surprise guest Justin Timberlake then appeared on stage to perform a duet of his song, Rock Your Body. That is a great song. The performance contained several suggestive dance moves by both singers. As Timberlake reached his final line of Rock Your Body, I love how they have the quote of the line here. Bet I'll have you naked by the end of the song. He pulled off a part of Jackson's costume. The move revealed Jackson's right breast, adored by a sun-shaped nipple shield, for less than a second, after which the CBS broadcast immediately cut to a wide shot of the stage for a pyrotechnic effect, then to an aerial view of Reliant Stadium. So, I mean, it's not that big a deal. The nip slip lasted like 0.5 seconds, so... But it did happen in 2004. Look that up on YouTube maybe after this game's over. Okay, we're in a TV timeout now. I gotta play the ad. We gotta go to the ad. Apologies, I'm having lots of fun with everybody. We gotta go to the ad. We'll be back in about a minute 35 for this ad to play. Right, thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at the Hockey Podcast Network. Use the promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. There you go. That's an ad. We're back. 13 minutes left here in the second. 2-1 for Edmonton. Bit of end-to-end action here. Dallas Stars, 3-2 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes. We still got that game going on. Best, if you are new and just tuning in, make sure to subscribe to THPN, bottom right-hand corner. Follow us on our social media pages at hockeypodnet is the Insta and Twitter. Smash the like button as well if you're enjoying yourself today. Bit of a random discussion hour, I would say. We're talking about nip slip, the nipplegate, as they say. The Janet Jackson scandal. Not much of a scandal, honestly. It was like 0.5 seconds of nipple coverage that was not covered, but they call it Nipplegate. Here comes Detroit. Good save. I just popped I popped something in my mouth. That's what she said. I popped a little lozenge. I love me some lozenges. Helps with the throat. And I'm very tired. Long day today. Lots of working. I'm very tired. So it's nice just to relax, get some lozenges, help the throat. We're doing good. We're doing good. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, @GrantAkeem is my handle. @Grant_Akeem is the Insta and TikTok for me. And then if you want to check out any of the content I do on YouTube, head to the Grant Akeem YouTube channel. I do gaming streams and live watch-alongs just like this. But more importantly, it's all about THPN tonight. More importantly. Right, where were we? We're talking about Janet Jackson and the nipple slip. Andrew says, how about heavy metal? Never really got into heavy metal. It depends on how heavy we're talking, Andrew. If we're talking like the screaming, like, rah, and the drums are going ape shit, rah. No, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. And like, you're doing this, and the tongue's sticking out. Never ever got into that. Not my cup of tea. But there's some like metal bands that I'm like, oh, they're decent. I couldn't name one off the top of my head, but there definitely is some like metal that's all right. But I don't like the rah and like that nonsense. I'm not a big fan of it. If you are, fantastic. It's just not for me. That's the nice thing with like this music and art stuff. We all have our own opinions, and I'm not right. You're not right. It's just whatever we like is we like, and I've never really liked heavy metal. That heavy of metal. Angus says music happens in cycles, but when they recycle, it becomes more exaggerated. It does. It does recycle. I feel like there's definitely a... I feel like with clothing, too. I feel like the 70s and 80s styles coming back in clothing nowadays. I see a lot of kids wearing the baggy pants, oversized pants. The, like, same outfits, super baggy shirts from, like, the 70s. Like, I think that's making a comeback. The Converse... That was more of like a 90s thing, I guess, the Converse, or 80s. It was 80s, too. Angus says, some rap I like, Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, and Cypress Hill. That is an excellent shout, Angus. I love the Beastie Boys. Coming all, y'all, it's a sabotage. I can't stand it. I know you planned it. And it's a goal for Edmonton. They make it 3-1. It's a sabotage. Durner. Oh. One side into the other. It's Bouchard. He gets the goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Good job by McDavid. Bouchard wide open in the slots. What are we doing? The Detroit defense. Everybody's puck watching for Detroit. Bouchard wide open. I mean, that's an easy goal for Bouchard. Stevie Wonder would have scored it. Stevie Wonder would have. We have 3-1 Edmonton. That was my score prediction. We'll see if it holds. If you said Detroit, it's not looking good. I mentioned at the jump, I don't do lots of watch-alongs for the Detroit Red Wings. I feel like every time I've done it throughout my YouTube career, even though I've only been doing this for like a year and a half or so, I would say I've only seen Detroit like get blown out. Like always. Every time I do a watch-along, which has only been like 3 or 4 times for Detroit, they always get blown out. Maybe it's me. But yeah, Beastie Boys are great. Coming all y'all, it's a sabotage. It's still 3-2, by the way, in the Dallas Carolina game. Love Motorhead. It says Angus. I saw U2's during the Unforgettable Fire tour. Not a fan of their later stuff. I concur, Angus. Not a fan of the current stuff by U2, to be honest. I'm more so... I love Where the Streets Have No Name. That's probably my all-time favorite U2 song, where the streets have no name, we're still burning and burning down low, and when I go there, or when I look there, I go there with you. It's all I can do. My love turns to rust. That's like, get me on American Idol. Simon Cowell would love me. But yeah, that Where the Streets Have No Name. Love it. Or what's the other U2 song? Where's my phone? Sunday Bloody Sunday is good. It's about something really sad, but I like the song. With or Without You. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It's a Beautiful Day. I mean, hit after hit after hit. I love it. Pride in the Name of Love. Stuck in a moment. And I'm stuck in a moment. And I can't get out of it. Oh no. What maybe could be better. We got stuck in a moment. And we can't get out of it. Or the Elevation. Oh. That's a great one too. That's a good hockey song, Elevation. It's like 1, 2, 3, got Dorsey. Looks like Gagne to the box for Edmonton, so Detroit's on the power play. We'll see if Detroit can score here. You got to pump it up. You know to pump it up. You have to pump it up. Oh, pump it up. Detroit's got to score. You know they got to score. To pump it up, to pump it up. Chance here. Oh, it's in. It's in. This is crap goaltending tonight. I'm not going to blame Alex Lyon for that last goal for Edmonton, but Stuart Skinner. What you doing, Stuart Skinner? That's two. That's 2 goals for Detroit that I think should have been saved by Stuart Skinner. Unbelievable. I think it's a 5-hole again. It's through the 5-hole again. Why does he lift his pad up? You don't lift your pad up. If you're a goaltender and you're facing the puck, you don't lift your pad up if you're already in the butterfly and the puck's like it's loose. Just stay down so you block all the coverage low. Again, that's again for Stuart Skinner. That's a gimme for Detroit. They're back in the game, 3-2. 8:36 to go here in the second. Oh, terrible. That is terrible. Andrew says New York Pizza and Poutine, or Ponte, excuse me, Head Rangers and Islanders. Nice. Angus says wardrobe malfunction. It definitely was. Angus says the Black Eyed Peas. What I find hilarious about that, Angus, is that if a guy can be shirtless and shows nipples, and it's totally acceptable, but a girl accidentally flashes a nipple for like 5 seconds, or it was like 1 second in this case, and it's like, oh my god, nip slip, nipplegate, oh my god, like, this is crazy. Like, I just don't understand, just because you're a female, you cannot, like, expose a nipple. Like, I've never understood that, and it's just how our society works, I guess, but I don't get it. A nipple is a nipple is a nipple. It all looks the same, whether you're a guy or a girl. And I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I just don't get it. But I digress. We've had... I think that's enough on the nipple talk. Enough nipple talk for today. Oh, I didn't think I'd be talking about that today. Angus says most bands that I would never... Oh, most bands I listen to would never get invited to the Super Bowl. I agree. I was shocked. I was shocked when Coldplay got to the Super Bowl. I was like, oh my god, a band I actually like and admire is going to do the Super Bowl. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Oh, DeBrincat. Little ding-dong action for DeBrincat. He hits the post. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, Alex DeBrincat was a whisker away from tying it. But thank you. I'll be here all day. Be here all day. But yeah, a lot of the bands I like never get to go. The Killers should have done the Super Bowl. They should have done it. It was in Vegas. Prime opportunity. Everybody would have been chanting Mr. Brightside. It would have been beautiful and it would have been glorious. And it would have been twice the performance that Usher gave, but they gave it to Usher. The Dallas Stars just scored to make it 4-2 with 2:25 left in the third. So it looks like Dallas will get the win over Carolina. Connor, Canucks looking good to extend the league lead. They are. They very are. I'm stunned by that. I did not think the Vancouver Canucks would be as good as they are. It is crazy. Shout out Rick Tocchet. He knows how to coach. Oh, they're playing Usher right now. Yeah. It's like do. That was the only Usher song I knew from his performance. That's the only one I knew. Angus, more into hard rock and punk rock than metal. Yeah, metal is, that's like the rah. I don't like that. That's too much for me. I like punk rock. The Ramones. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to feed, nowhere to go, ho. I wanna be sedated. Just put me in a headlock. I'm going to the car. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Grab your wallet and keys. Before the store closes, I gotta get my gift. Oh, no, 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 no. I made up those lyrics. But that's the gist of the song. I agree. Liam's back. What's up, Liam? Hope everyone's doing well on this Tuesday night. We're entering NHL After Dark territory. Not really. It's only 10:30 on the East Coast. But yeah, I'm glad I made this workout. This has been good. It's been fun. Been chill. Nice vibe. Andrew says ripped jeans. Just like SpongeBob, how he ripped his pants. Oh no. Patty Kane. Oh, good D by Edmonton. This defense for Edmonton is crap as well. Stuart Skinner's been crap. Defense for Edmonton's been crap. Oh, Patrick Kane! Patrick Kane scores and the Edmonton defense. I kept calling it crap and they've done it again. It's the Edmonton special. Patrick Kane scores and we're tied at 3. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, look at this, folks. This is terrible. You can't, I mean, if you're watching this game with me on your TV, what a disgrace by Edmonton defensively. And Stuart Skinner, I don't watch a lot of Edmonton Oilers. Is this normally how Stuart Skinner plays? The dude can literally not go post to post. His lateral movement is so slow. It is, look at this. I move faster in my net than Stuart Skinner. And I've only been playing goalie for a year. It is so slow. Oh. How old is Stuart Skinner, by the way? He's not. I tell you what, to score on Stuart Skinner, just get him moving laterally, because he cannot move laterally for his ass. Oh my goodness me. He's a year older than me. He was born in 98. I was born in 99. He's a year older than me. He has the hips of a 80-year-old man. My goodness. I had no idea he was that young, too. I thought he was like in his 30s. Well, it doesn't surprise me because he moves like a goalie who's about to retire. Wow. Angus says, I have no idea exactly how many concerts that I have seen. At least over 1,000. Wow. I mean, I've probably seen like... Oh my goodness. I probably go to like 2 or 3 every year, to be fair. I don't go to many. So, I mean, I've probably seen in my lifetime, I don't know, I'm 24. What's 24 times? Well, I can't do 24 times 3 because, let's say I didn't see my first show till I was like 5, so let's do 24 minus 5. 19. I'll do 19 times if I go to 3 shows every year. I've seen 57 concerts roughly in my life. That roughly, I was gonna say that anyways without the math, but roughly about 57. That's crazy, 1,000. I'll get there one day, Angus. Angus is the Dallas 1-pound steaks. Rest in peace, Toby Keith. Yes, rest in peace. Angus, I love the Ramones. I love the Ramones. Blitzkrieg Bop. That's theirs, right? Blitzkrieg Bop. That is. Definitely is. It's like, let's go. They're forming in a straight line. They're going through a tight wind. The kids are losing their minds. It's a blitzkrieg bop. They're pulling in the back seat. They're generating steam heat. Pulsating in the back seat. I wonder what that means. Pulsating in the back seat. Oh, pulsating to the backbeat. Wait. Oh, pulsating to the backbeat. I thought it was pulsating in the back seat, and I was like, "Oh wow, is that what does that lyric mean?" Oh my goodness. Don't want to know what the intent there. Well, by the way, Dallas have won their game. Are we able to watch another game? And any other games going on? Not really. There's Kraken Islanders, Devils Predators. Looks like the Canucks are going to win. Let's get our game back. I didn't think this game would be high scoring. I should have known because Stuart Skinner can't move laterally in his net. Ville Husso in line let in some softies. Let's add the Devils Predators game. There's 3 minutes left in that one. Oh, it's a minute left. It's an empty net for Nashville. $1:30 remaining. 3-2 for New Jersey. Well, Ramones are great. I love the Ramones. By the way, isn't a blitzkrieg a World War I terminology where you like surround your enemy from behind and then squish them? I believe that's a World War I terminology, blitzkrieg. Angus says DD made the rap album. Saw ad that it is hilarious. I don't know who DD is. Andrew, the Seattle lettuce tomato cheese sandwich kraken. The Vegas Golden Fries Nights. Here we go. They're coming in thick and fast. The Vegas Golden Chicken Nuggets. Dylan Larkin hit the post. Goes out of play. 3:16 left here in the second. Unbelievable. Andrew, the Chicago Black Pizza Blackhawks. What's a food that's like has black in the name? Black olive, the Chicago Black Olives, the Chicago Black Beans. Chicago Black Beans. How has nobody said that? I think I take the W there. The Chicago Black Beans. That works on multiple levels. Black Beans is the actual name of the bean, black bean. The Chicago Black Beans is a pun on the Blackhawks. And Chicago has a massive bean in Millennium Park, if you ever go to Chicago. So that's the triple whammy, the triple pun. Blackhawks, Black Beans, and they have an actual bean in the Chicago. That's a tourist attraction. Super overrated, by the way. Do not go to Chicago just to see the bean. There's way more fun things you can do with your time than to see a bean that's covered in fingerprints of germy 5-year-old kids and probably has like some snot on it. Plenty of other things you can do with your time in Chicago. Go see a play at the Chicago Theater. Go see the Blackhawks at the United Center. Go to the Navy Pier, Hancock Tower, the Willis Tower. There's boatloads of things you could do. Go see Lake Michigan. Go for a walk outside. Touch some grass. Plenty of things to do. Oh, D.D. Ramone. I had no idea that was that person's name. Wow, D.D. Ramone. He's the lead singer. I had no idea that was his name. Thank you, Angus. I learn something new every day. Shout out D.D. Ramone. Oh, good save by Lyon. Good save by Alex Lyon there. We got $1:25 left here in the second. Very good save. Very good. Angus is the Chicago deep dish. Deep dish is good. I like deep dish. Giordano's. Head to Giordano's. Tell them Grant sent ya. Tell them Grant sent ya. You'll get a discount. 5% discount on Giordano's in Chicago on Lake Street if you tell them Grant sent ya. Tell them the secret code. The secret code is Grant. Grant is amazing is a secret code, and you'll get 20% off Giordano's. Someone should actually try that and see if you get anything. The server would be like, "What the hell are you talking about? We don't know Grant." New Jersey have scored to make it 4-2, so we got 37.8 left, and it looks like New Jersey is going to get the win here today. David's saying the Wings have stormed back to tie the game of Canadian NHL teams with games still in action. The Canucks lead the Hawks 4-1 with under 14 minutes to go in the third, while the under 3 minutes to go in the second. Where's the second comment? Waynes Oilers game is tied 3-3. The Waynes have gone from a 2-0 deficit to tie things up. It is remarkable, although nobody should count the Waynes out for a playoff spot just yet. I think, hot take, I think Detroit's making the playoffs. Definitely, I think Detroit's making the playoffs. They'll be the last wild card spot, the Detroit Red Wings. And they're going to get bounced by Boston in the first round. I do not see Detroit beating Boston in the first round. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be a Florida Panthers 2.0, but Detroit is not the Florida Panthers. Bit of a scrum here. They're just saying hi. How you doing? Evander Kane's getting into it. They're arguing about their favorite Taylor Swift song. Evander Kane's like, my favorite song is Antihero, and Sprawn, is that Sprawn? That was Perron. He's like, I couldn't even, what's the second Taylor Swift song? I can't remember a second Taylor Swift song. He's like, what's a classic Taylor Swift song? Cruel Summer. Perron's like, I like Cruel Summer instead. You're an idiot, Evander. You're an idiot. But yeah, the reason why Detroit's in the game on it. Oh! Lion fell on his butt. The puck hit the post. We play on. That was a weird play. And that's going to do it for the second. End of the second. It's 3-3 here. Unbelievable. Well, as I was saying, the Detroit Red Wings are only in this game because Stuart Skinner cannot move laterally in his net to save his life. If you put a goaltender who can actually move left to right, it would be 3-1. Andrew says, I go slot to Saw Country with my sister. I go slot to Saw Country with my sister. Explain, Andrew, explain. Angus, do not go to Boston to see Plymouth and Rock. Many better things to do. I went to Boston when I was in 10th grade, 9th or 10th grade, for spring break, and it was awesome. I loved it there. I don't know if I'd ever live there. It'd be cool to visit again, now that I'm older and much wiser and mature. It would be fun. I remember doing the Freedom Trail, so we went to all the old Revolutionary War spots. Boston Massacre, the like Bunker Hill. I don't know if it was called Bunker Hill, but there was some hill where some battle happened. That was very cool. Very nice city. I toured Harvard because I was so smart. I didn't actually tour Harvard, but we did see Harvard. It was cool to... I mean, all the colleges there. Boston College, Boston University, Harvard, Northeastern, they're all like basically there, so you can check those colleges out. My favorite of the lot is Boston College. That's probably my favorite school of the Boston schools. Go Eagles. Andrew, I never saw I can get rid of this. Never saw Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. My sister went to their concerts. I never got into NSYNC. Rest in peace, NSYNC. I'm not a big fan of Justin Timberlake either. I just don't like that kind of music. And gotta get a shout out to Joey Fatone. I feel bad for Joey Fatone. He's an NSYNC. Everything's looking good. They disband, and now he's like doing stuff with the Impractical Jokers. Psh. But he loves it though, which is great. I love Joey Fatone. Andrew, when are you going to be live on your channel? So if you're new and just tuning in, I have my own channel, the Granny Keem YouTube channel. We do gaming streams. I play FIFA, Red Dead, GTA, Fall Guys. I do watch-alongs like this. Very chill environment, inclusive environment. This is basically how I stream, just very calm and chill. Unless I play FIFA. If I play FIFA, I get pissed off when I play FIFA. But yeah, we will be live tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to go live at like 10:30 or 10 a.m. my time. So that's 11:30 a.m. Eastern. 11:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow on my channel. We'll play some Red Dead. Because I'm going to be busy tomorrow night. I work tomorrow night, and I got to see my significant other tomorrow night because it's Valentine's Day. So my night is booked on Wednesday. So I love everyone on this channel and on my channel. So I thought, let's at least do a stream on Valentine's Day. I'll do it in the morning when I have time. 11:30 a.m. Eastern, somewhere around there. Stay tuned to my Twitter, @Granakeem, and the YouTube community page. I can let you know tomorrow. I'll make a tweet about it. And make a little post about it as well. But we'll play some Red Dead. I can't think of a better way to start your Valentine's Day than to play some Red Dead. That'll be fun. I'm excited. I haven't played Red Dead in a little bit, so hopefully I remember all the controls and everything, and then should be fun. And then on Friday on the channel, we'll do FIFA. And then I'm back on THPN Thursday for Canucks and Red Wings, so that should be fun. That'll be NHL After Dark. We'll go into midnight on the East Coast. That'll be fun. Angus, the Detroit Wild Wings. Anaheim Applebee's. Detroit Red Beans and Red Wings. Angus, I am more an older country and outlaw country. Yeah. I never got into country. I never did. I could never. There's some, like, Bruce Springsteen is the closest that I'm going to get to country. Let me add the Canucks game so I know what's going on there. Still 4-1 Canucks. But yeah, I like Bruce Springsteen. We take care of our own. I forgot the song of that. Or like, Born in the USA. Even though that sounds a little racist. It's a nice bop. The Florida Pineapple Panthers. Rest in peace, Mojo Nixon. Rest in peace again. Yes. Breeds Hill. That's right. It was Breeds Hill. That was cool to see. Breeds Hill. I also went to Gettysburg as well. I went to Gettysburg one time. That was when I went to Philadelphia. I went to Philadelphia, then we went to Gettysburg. That was really cool. It was very eerie because, like, you're on this field where, like, hundreds, if not thousands of people died. So it was very eerie. But it's crazy. It's just crazy, like, on that spot, like, however many hundreds of years ago, people were fighting each other in war. And now it's just a calm, peaceful field. It's crazy. Mojo Nixon, yes, definitely. I'm out. See you, Grant. Yep, see you, Andrew. Have a good night. I know it's late for some of you people. It's sort of a late night for me. Definitely a bit of a late night for me in the Central Time Zone. Thursday will be a late night for me. That's a 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for me. So I'll be up probably till midnight for that one. NHL After Dark. Get the Marvin Gaye. Angus says, Arizona, well done. That can also mean they are way gone forever. Yeah, I wonder if Arizona is going to get shifted to like Real. I almost said Real Salt Lake. Same area, but like Salt Lake City. I wonder if they'll get shifted to Salt Lake. Imagine if the Arizona Coyotes got dissolved by Real Salt Lake, and you had like Clayton Keller and who's the guy? Logan Cooley were like strikers for Real Salt Lake now. That'd be hilarious. MLS team, if you don't know. Andrew says, I went to see a lot of the country with my sister. Fantastic. Gettysburg and was a great visit. Stuff like that is important. Definitely, Angus. I think seeing all the old, like, things, that's history stuff that's happened in our country is so important to see. Like, I remember I went to Washington, D.C. and went to all the museums there. Went to the Holocaust Museum. That was very emotional just to witness and see all that stuff. Gettysburg. Just, there's so much history, especially in the East Coast. I went to Philadelphia, went to Independence Hall, where they signed one of the constitutions. I think, was it the OG? Not the Articles of Confederation. I think it was the actual Constitution where that was signed. Very cool. I got to see the Liberty Bell. Got to lick the Liberty Bell. Psst. That's a joke. If you watch How I Met Your Mother, you'll know the joke. But I did not lick the Liberty Bell. That'd be gross. I did touch it. I got to touch the Liberty Bell, which is very cool. Chicago scores, by the way, it's 4-2. Cue the Chicago comeback. Well, all right. I'm going to take a bit of a break. Got to use the restroom. We'll be back. We'll be back for the start of the third. Let's just do that. Give myself like 8 minutes. Yeah, I'll get 5 minutes. About a 5-minute break. We'll be back for the start of the third period. One last comment. Angus says the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution was signed in Philadelphia. Yeah, so I went to the building where that was signed, Independence Hall. That was like right outside our hotel. Like, we picked an awesome hotel. It was crazy. Yeah, so we'll step aside here, take a bit of a commercial break. Thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Smash the like button if you're enjoying yourself. It's been a nice chill night. I've loved it. Thank you for hanging with me. This might go to overtime. It's 3-3. Who knows? But make sure you do follow us on Insta and Twitter. At hockeypodnet is the handle. And thank you as always to DraftKings for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. Make sure you use the promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. We'll be back in about 5 minutes for the start of the third period. Right, we're back. Thank you as always to DraftKings. Use promo code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. Love it, love it, love it. The thrilling conclusion to this game, everybody. Who will win? Who do we think is going to win? I said the Edmonton Oilers 3-1 win. I tell you what, the game should be 3-1 for Edmonton. If Stuart Skinner could save a beach ball, he couldn't save that. Stuart Skinner couldn't save one of those big-ass inflatable balls that, like, Target sells in that big, like, rack. He couldn't save that. It's been terrible. Absolutely terrible by Stuart Skinner. I digress. What do we think is going to happen? I still think Edmonton's going to win. But, I mean, with Stuart Skinner just letting goals in, this could go the distance and go to the shootout. I believe someone said, not sure it was David or somebody said that they had Detroit in the shootout, which could happen. But we shall see. It is still 4-2 for the Vancouver Canucks here. 3 minutes left in the third. The shots are ridiculous. 39-20 for Vancouver. That is insane. Absolutely insane. We still got some pun comments. The Philadelphia Philly cheesesteak Flyers. That's fantastic. The cheesesteak one, that's a good one. I can put my hands up and say I've never had a Philly cheesesteak, even though I've been there. I feel a bit ashamed of myself. But when I was younger, I did not get a Philly cheesesteak. I feel very ashamed. And it's the Philadelphia Philly cheesesteak Flyers. How about the Philadelphia Philly cream cheese? The Philly cream cheese. It's a good one. Did we do that? I think we did that one. Philadelphia cheesesteak riot. The Washington Kitchen Looters. That's great. We're back here for the third. Let's get the stats up. I'll do a little bit of a recap here if you're just tuning in and have no idea what's been going on in this game. Leon Draisaitl got us going at 8:47 in the first. Then Cody Ceci scored to make it 2-0. Alex DeBrincat then scored about 4 minutes later to make it 2-1. In the second, Bouchard made it 3-1. At that point, I was like, okay, I feel like Edmonton's going to run away with this. Hold the phone. Joe Veleno scores on the power play again. So count it 2 power play goals for the Detroit Red Wings. 3-2. And then Patty Kane scores to make it 3-3. And in my opinion, I think the Kane goal and the Joe Veleno goal should have been stopped by Stuart Skinner if he can move post to post in his net efficiently, which he obviously just cannot do. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. I don't know Stuart personally, but I'd be fuming. I'd be pissed if I was an Oilers fan with Stuart Skinner's performance tonight. But it's 3-3. Puck is down. We got 19:50 to go. Offside here. Angus, the Washington Kitchen Looters. The Washington Red Lobster Capitals. That's a nice one. It works because we got the red in Washington. I feel like the Washington Senators. I know that was a baseball team. They became the Minnesota Twins, but the Senators is a good name. I know Ottawa has it, but I like the Washington Senators. Or what about the Washington Representatives? We have the Senators and the House Representatives. The Washington Representatives. The Seattle Cracked Ham, says Angus. Ooh, good D by Detroit. Excellent D. Here's McDavid. Oh! Lion save! Oh! It's poked in! It's poked in! Who is that? I don't know. Who scored? Dylan Holloway gets the goal. Superman dives. Alex Lyon gives up a juicy rebound. Holloway, Superman dives. Psh, pokes it home. Oh. I'm doing the Thriller dance. Oh. Fantastic. A up to Edmonton. Big ups to Edmonton. That's ironic, and I'm wearing a Detroit jersey. Angus is the Seattle Cracked Ham. The Detroit Red Lobster Red Wings. Yes. The Minnesota Green Peppers Wild. The Minnesota Green Peppers. How about the Minnesota Green Cabbage Wild? That doesn't work. I don't know why. Wild Cabbage. The Minnesota Wild Cabbage. There, Stuart Skinner saves. Yeah, Stuart Skinner, like a straight shot, he saves it. It's just one-timers laterally. He just cannot stop. Jared, it was Jared. 3-2 shootout for the Red Wings. So yeah, I think Detroit, that could happen. Gotta get a goal here, but I did say Edmonton. We'll see. Was I right last week at all? I think I said Toronto last week and they lost. And then for the second watch-along... Oh, God, I forgot who the second watch-along was. It was obviously forgettable. It was a blowout, wasn't it? It was a bit of a blowout. The second watch-along we did. Oh, who was it? Who did they... It would have been Thursday, right? Canucks Bruins, that's right. Canucks Bruins. Obviously forgettable. 4-0 loss for the Vancouver Canucks. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Andrew says the Leafs cooked up the Mouses. They did. They definitely did. Eat them up in Toronto. Eat them up. Jared, my Bruins lost in the shootout today. I did see that, Jared. We've been doing like a double watch-along here. So this game's over, or is it over? Yeah, Vancouver won. If you're a Chicago fan, my condolences, but that's good on your part. Better chance for Celebrini. Back-to-back first-round picks. It could happen. And I think that's all the games. We've done them. This is the last game on the docket for today. So I can go full screen here. Look at that. Wow, the game looks a lot bigger on full screen. I've been watching picture-in-picture the whole night. Looks massive now. Big ups to ESPN on the multicast. I love it. But yes, that was a rough one for Boston. But you get a point. And honestly, it doesn't matter. The Eastern Conference is kind of shitty. I think you're fine. 3-point gap between them and the Rangers. I don't see the Rangers catching the Bruins. I don't see it. But, I mean, it doesn't matter, to be honest. It doesn't matter because the Florida Panthers are in your division. And they're 4 points behind you. So, I mean, yeah, I see the urgency to win. But I think, and honestly, being first in that Atlantic is massive because if you're second, you're going to have to play... Who's the other Atlantic team here? Is Tampa? Then you have to play Tampa. Which Tampa, obviously, is not the 2020 Tampa. They're the 2024 Tampa, which is a bit worse. But you'd still rather play like a Detroit or a New Jersey, or the Islanders. You'd rather play one of those teams, so. Oh, another goal for Edmonton. It's Wallman. Or is that Nugent Hopkins? Why did the broadcaster say Wallman? Who's Wallman? It's Nugent Hopkins. I heard the broadcaster in my ear say Wallman. Maybe that's the defenseman for Detroit, but Nugent Hopkins gets the goal, and it's 5-3. That's what happens when you rely on the announcer in your earpiece. I heard Wallman. Yeah, he went through Wallman. That's why. He went through Wallman. Yeah, sit down, That's Pee-wee defending by Wallman. That's Pee-wee defending. Little swipe. Swiper, no swiping. That's all Wallman does. Little swipe. Ass to Nugent Hopkins. You never turn your back on a offensive player entering the zone. 5-3. I think it's game over. You never know with though with Stuart Skinner. You never know. Yes, we had that. Jared said are we changing the answer? 4-3 Detroit? Or maybe it was a mistake in their first say. We'll go 4-3 Detroit. We'll go 4-3 Detroit. Let's get this back on stats. Oh. That's living in the ears of Detroit fans. I love that goal song, by the way. I think that's a top 10, top 5 goal song in the NHL. I think a lot of goal songs are crap. That's a good one. Andrew says the big bold Boston Rats, Bruins. Nice. The Pittsburgh Poachers. They poach. Player down for Detroit. Andrew Kopp is down. Andrew Kopp is down. They gotta blow it dead. Ooh. That's Costin, excuse me. I thought it was 14. It's Costin down for Detroit. Duh. Petrie shot it right into Costin. What a prat. What a prat. You never do that to your own teammate. Terrible by Petrie. Obviously not on purpose. That sucks. He probably got it right in his chest. Chest or probably stomach, where there's no padding. Tough. Jared says, okay, Andrew, the Washington Houses, House of Representatives, the Washington Presidents, the Washington... That's about it. That's everything. The Presidents, the Speaker, the Washington Speakers for the Speaker of the House. That's one. I'm just going to name all the levels of the chain of command in the White House. The Washington Vice Presidents. That's a name. No, the Washington Presidents would be like the A team. That's like the NHL team. The Washington Vice Presidents would be the minor league team. The AHL. The Washington Speaker of the Houses would be the ECHL team. That crap league. That'd be the Washington Speaker of the Houses. That'd be perfect. Woo! Angus is the Washington White Bean Soups. White bean soup. I love soup. I need to eat more soup. I usually eat like power bowls, which I love bowls. Couscous, kale, veggies, carrots. Can't go wrong. I need to eat more soups. It's easier to digest for me, the soups. I like the soup. We'll see what I have tonight. I have no idea what I'm eating tonight. It's a surprise. We got 14:25 left. 5-3 Edmonton. Shots 30-26 for the Detroit Red Wings. I think it's done and dusted. Detroit looks uninterested. They look uninterested. Oh, Pittsburgh Pancakes, and then Andrew says, I know Jared. Fantastic. Angus says the Minnesota Meatballs. I think we said that one. Here we go, the Swedish Meatballs. That actually works because we have a lot of Swedish people in Minnesota. That definitely works. And I'm Swedish as well. I'm like 40%, 45% Swedish, Scandinavian. Totally works. Jared says, I think it might be the Oilers tonight. Me too, Jared. I don't see Detroit getting back in this game. Unfortunately, I'm so sad in my Detroit Red Wings jersey. Maybe I'm the curse. I feel like every time I watch Detroit, they lose. And I don't watch a lot of Detroit games. I'll put my hands up and say I probably only watch like 2 or 3 a year when I have time. But sad. Very sad for Detroit today. Very sad. Turnover. Turnover. There's Stuart Skinner with the save. Attaboy, Stuart. Stuart Little. He plays like Stuart Little in that. Stuart Skinner. Brandon. The Rockets won. I don't follow basketball, Brandon, so you gotta tell me who that is. You gotta tell me who that is. Angus is the Vancouver Hash Brownies. I love hash browns. I love hash browns. How about a hash browns with brownies sprinkled on top? Like chunks of brownies sprinkled on top. Like dice that shit and put it on the hash browns. Mwah. Beautiful. That is a beautiful breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Breakfast of champions. I bet you Michael Phelps ate that hash browns with brownies for the Beijing Olympics when he got the 7 or 8 gold medals. He had the hash brownies before every race. And it's Olympics this year. I forgot. It's Olympics this year in Paris. Olympics in Paris. The city of love. Andrew says Calgary Red Potato Flames. The Flames. The Flames will torch the potatoes to cook them. The Florida Catfish. Ironically, Angus, because I feel like on the TV show, Catfish, the TV show, it's on MTV if you don't know. Shout out Neve and Max and Cammy. The Florida Catfish. I feel like a lot of catfishes live in Florida and in Georgia. That's like the hot breed. At least a lot of people in the show who catfish people lived in Florida and Georgia. The Washington Supremes. That's a good one. I like the Supremes. Bit controversial because of the Supreme Court, but I think the name is good. I like the name. Brandon says, I'm here. I'm here as well, Brandon. We are all here. We're all here to watch some amazing hockey. Andrew, the Ottawa Hash Brown Sens. Hash Brown Sens. Brandon says they're NBA. I know they're NBA, but like what? It's like city. What city is the Rockets? Or is it the Radio City Rockettes are you talking about? The dance line. Where they get their legs up to their head. Oh, thank you for tuning in. If you're new, subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. I have no idea where we are for subscribers on the channel. I think we're at 4.6 something. Let me take a gander. Let me take a gander. 4.62. Fantastic, you're legends. We're at 4.62K. On the road to 4.63. You could say on the road to 5. On the road to 5,000. You could say that. But yeah, subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Let people know about the channel. We do watch-alongs. I'd say a majority of the days of the week. At least 4 to 5 times a week. There's someone here doing watch-alongs. Whether it's me or someone else. Lots of fun. Very chill. Just watch some hockey, hang out, chat, BS about random stuff. So we talked about Nipplegate in the second period. That was interesting. So, very fun. Follow us on the Twitter and Insta at hockeypodnet. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Akeem is my handle. At Grant_Akeem is the Insta and TikTok. I stream on here about twice a week, maybe 3 if I'm feeling bougie. But for sure, twice a week I'll be on here. And then I have my own channel called the Grant Akeem channel where I do gaming streams and watch-alongs like this. Mostly for soccer. But, yeah. If you're a soccer fan, I do watch-alongs every weekend for soccer because I love it. Angus says Paris equals the city of rudeness. I can't say it because I've never been to Paris. I never had the honor of going to France. I would love to go to Paris. It looks beautiful. The people seem nice. Angus says they're rude. I'd have to investigate for myself. Maybe I should do a vlog. Grant in Paris, the city of love. Or so he thinks. ... Angus says the Houston Rockets. That's right, Houston. Brandon, Houston Rockets. Yep, that's right. Don't they have James Harden, or did he move on? I feel like the Houston Rockets had him. Andrew said it's over 5-3. I think it might be 6-3. I feel like Detroit's going to pull the goalie with like 4 minutes left. And then McDavid will get an empty net. Brandon says I had to. Andrew, we're at 4.62K. Yeah, let's get it to 4.63. Let's try. Angus says, thank you, Grant. It was fun. Have a good evening. Have a good evening, Angus. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see ya on Thursday for Canucks and these Detroit Red Wings. Hopefully they put up a good performance against the Canucks and it's a tight game. Otherwise, I'm live tomorrow morning playing some Red Dead. So if you're available tomorrow morning, people, I'm on my channel playing Red Dead on Valentine's Day. Nothing better. I think that's a perfect way to start Valentine's Day, is to play Red Dead. Andrew says, do you like my Pittsburgh pancakes? I do. I love it. Love the Pittsburgh pancakes. I love pancakes. Like, I have pancakes know how much I love pancakes, Andrew? I have pancakes every goddamn morning, like a true American. Like a true American. I have my pancakes with some cacao hazelnut spread, chocolate spread. I put on each pancake, nice smoothie, some, potato hash browns. Oh, that's the breakfast of a true American right there. And I'm Granite King and I'm running for president. That'd be like my commercial. You should vote for me for president. I have pancakes every goddamn morning like a true American. How American am I? I have pancakes every morning with some scrambled eggs. That'd be my commercial. Andrew says it's a 5-3 final. Definitely. Brandon, he's in the rodeo this month, February 20th. He's in the rodeo. James Harden? You're talking about James Harden? Connor says, booyah, Canucks sweep the Hawks. Yeah, get the broom, sweep. Sweep. Look out, Detroit, there's a delayed penalty. Delayed penalty on Edmonton, they touch it. Well, look out here, the Detroit Red Wings going to the power play with 9:35 left in the game. Can the Detroit Red Wings shock everyone and get back in it? Where's the penalty? I don't see the penalty. It must have been one of those soft, like, hooking calls. You get the stick on the hand and they call it. That's Charmin soft, but I didn't really see a penalty there. Doesn't matter. Detroit to the power play. To remind you, DeBrincat and Joe Veleno got goals on the power play. So the power play has been working for Detroit today. So I wouldn't put it past them to get it to go. I know how to score against Edmonton on the power play. Cross ice pass. Stuart Skinner can't get it because he's too slow. Andrew says he's still here. Brandon says no, he moved to a different team. Now he's with the Clippers. James Harden. Gotcha. James Harden. Yeah, I thought he was on Houston, but I feel like he got moved. But yeah, the Clippers. That's Los Angeles. I don't understand. Los Angeles has two teams, and they both play in the same stadium. It's efficient. It's easy when they play each other. But, yeah. I don't get why they're called the Clippers. What is the LA Clippers? What's the meaning behind the LA Clippers? What? Is it, the solar eclipse? Or, is it, a barbershop clip? The Clippers? They have lots of barbers in LA. I have no idea. I also don't get the Los Angeles Lakers because they took that from Minnesota because we are the land of 10,000 lakes. And it makes sense to have the Minnesota Lakers because of all the lakes we have here. But I don't get why they're called the Los Angeles Lakers when they don't really have lots of lakes there. They're next to an ocean, for God's sakes. Call them the Los Angeles Oceans or the Los Angeles Pacificas or something. I don't get why they're called the Lakers. Yeah, someone explain to me why they're called the Clippers. I don't get the Clippers. I sort of understand the Lakers because they're the Lakers is a cool name. The LL, Los Angeles Lakers. We'll just keep it. Easy branding. Yeah, let's see if Detroit can get back here in the game. Lots of shots for them. They already have 33 shots with about half of the period left. Angus says, that's all, folks. Bugs Bunny. Love Bugs Bunny. When I was younger, I had the Looney Tunes on DVD, and I watched that shit all the time. Bugs Bunny. Speedy Gonzalez. Meat, motherfuckers. The Roadrunner. Loved him. Wile E. Coyote. But yeah, I'd say Bugs Bunny was great. I love Tom and Jerry. Those cartoons were excellent. I remember going to the library and renting out Tom and Jerry. That's how old I am. You had to go to the library to rent them out on DVD. The Pittsburgh Penguins, they might as well be. They have lots of Finnish players on Pittsburgh, don't they? Every team has someone from Finland, I think. They're taking over. Stuart Skinner's going to cover. 8:25 left. 50 seconds left in the power play. And someone explains to me why the Oilers play jazz music in between whistles. Can someone riddle me that? Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's giving me college hockey vibes, but I wonder if they have a band, a live band there, marching band. And that's one thing I wish. I wish every NHL team had a marching band. Like, how much fun would that atmosphere be? If there was it was like a college hockey atmosphere. You have the bands. You have there's a song they play when they score. Like, it'd be amazing. Talk about atmosphere. Because I feel like atmospheres in general, and the regular season at least, and the NHL is pretty boring. Pretty boring. Andrew said it's pancakes today and Ash Wednesday. It's tomorrow. It is Ash Wednesday. Is that tomorrow as well? Or what's today? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday. Fantastic. I don't really celebrate Ash Wednesday. I'm not very religious, but shout out to everybody who does. Happy Ash Wednesday. You're about a half an hour away from Ash Wednesday if you're on the East Coast. We're close. We're not gonna get to NHL After Dark, but for sure on Thursday's stream we'll get to NHL After Dark for the East Coast. Brandon's asking, did you put syrup in your pancakes? Oh, Alex Lyon. Get out, Alex Lyon. Get out, Lyon. Lyon, you're playing like a mouse in net. Terrible. Oh. Alex Hyman gets the goal. Look at this nonsense. If you're watching with me on your TV, by Alex Lyon. Again, it's the 5-hole. How many 5-hole goals have we had today? Ridiculous. Terrible turnover by Sherratt. And, I mean, look at this. Alex Lyon. That's terrible. That is terrible. That's shit. That's the mistakes that I would make in beer league. And I've only been playing for a year. And I should be making those mistakes. I've only been playing for a year. Not Alex Lyon. He's been playing his whole life. That is terrible. And that's disgusting. That is disgusting goaltending. I need to show you that. Once that clip gets on Twitter, I'm showing you that. Because that is terrible. You thought the Stuart Skinner one was bad. I'll raise you one and show you the Alex Lyon goal he just gave up. That is terrible. But to answer your question, Brandon. Oh, look at that by Stuart Skinner. He must have an earpiece. He moved laterally and made the save. He moved laterally and made a save. That's been great. That has been great. He's listening to me. Skinner was like, Grant's been bantering me all freaking night. I gotta shut him up. I have to shut him up. McDavid. Oh my gosh. Oh, get out of here. That's filth. That's filth. Get the Windex. Gotta clean your window. That was disgusting. In a good way. Oh. Connor McDavid does a spinorama, finds Evander Kane, back post, and it's in, and it's 7-3. We got a touchdown. A touchdown and a field goal in this game. But yeah, look at McDavid. Oh, Dangles. McDangles. How about McDavid? McDangles. It's his middle name. Gotta find this Alex Lyon nonsense. Though, once they tweet about it. Oh, is this it? That's not it. That's different. Once they make the tweet, maybe post-game I'll show you. But to answer your question, Brandon, unless we get interrupted again by a goal, I sometimes do. I have a chocolate, Nutella, basically, spread that I put on my pancakes on Sundays, because Sundays are my special days. I also put syrup on them as well to be fancy. So you got the syrup and the Nutella. Amazing texture and taste. I highly recommend. If you make pancakes at home, the syrup and Nutella mix. Fantastic. Brandon says, yeah, he used to play for the Walk It, and then he played for a different team. Now he moved on to the 70s Scissors, the Sixers, and now he's moved into the Clippers. Anderson says, he doesn't know why they're called the Clippers. Angus says, Los Angeles football teams also play in the same stadium. That's right, they have the Los Angeles Rams. Oh! It's in, and Stuart Skinner gives another gift to the Detroit Red Wings. Stuart Skinner again. Give him the Vezina. What's the anti-Vezina? That's what Stuart Skinner needs. What is this? Oh, it got tipped. That's not Stuart Skinner's fault. My apologies, Stuart. That was a good tip by Perron. Good tip by Perron. Sorry, Stuart. That was nothing you could do there. It's 7-4. Great tip by Perron. Well, this has been a high-scoring affair. We've had 11 goals. I did not see this coming. I mean, at least I know now in the future, when Stuart Skinner's in net and Alex Lyon's in net, there's going to be goals. But who's the other Los Angeles team? You have the Chargers? Is it the Rams and Chargers? They share the same stadium. It's like the Jets and Giants. Piss off, Siri. I activated Siri on my phone. Piss off. Swivel on it, Siri. I didn't ask for you. Angus says the Los Angeles Atlantas. How about the Los Angeles Atlantis? A la SpongeBob. Atlantis SquarePantis. That's a classic SpongeBob episode if you want to rewatch that tonight before you go to bed. Atlantis SquarePantis. Great one. Brandon says no, Los Angeles Clippers is the basketball team. Yes. Yes. I am clear on that. Andrew says Ren and Stampy, that's really good. Is that a dish? And then the Edmonton Jazz. Funny that Salt Lake City is called the Jazz. There's no Jazz at Salt Lake City. Oh yeah, the Utah Jazz. Why are they called Jazz? I feel like Jazz would be more like New Orleans or something. That's fascinating. Why are they called the Utah Jazz? Brandon says, and Wednesday as spring trying for the players for Astros. Spring training, yes. I know spring training starting soon at least, or maybe it's already starting. I personally pull for the Mariners and Twins. Those are my two favorite teams. I'd say I'd go Mariners first. If the Mariners are playing the Twins, I'm going to go Mariners. But I do like the Twins a lot as well. I miss Ichiro. I definitely miss Ichiro. He was my idol when I was a kid. One of them at least. We got about 2:20 left here in the third. 2:20. The shots are ridiculous. 33 for Edmonton, 39 for... Oh, it's in. It's in. I mean, what more? It's no surprise there. It's 8-4. It's 8-4. This is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. 8-4. And it's another McDavid assist. I think Nugent Hopkins scored again. I mean, this is like when you play Chell online. 8-4. What is this nonsense? I mean, look at the replay. I don't think Lyon could have saved it, to be honest. But the defense for Detroit today, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Who's that defender? Number 41 for Detroit. That's Gostisbehere. Mr. Union Dutchman. I'm a national champion. Couldn't get the puck out. And then backdoor. And it's 8-4. And that rhymes. Oh, goodness me. Crazy. 12 goals. 12 goals this game. This is ridiculous. Well, the NHL wanted more goals. Here you have it. They got more goals. Angus says, it has been ages since I've eaten pancakes, trying to lose weight, which means no carbs and sugars. Yeah, I think when you're trying to lose weight, cutting out carbs is a strategy. You can also keep eating carbs, but make sure those carbs come from like more like plants foods, you could say, right? I think as long as you're eating like good healthy carbs, it's fine, but avoid the processed carbs more so. But yeah, cutting out carbs, that's difficult. I commend you, Angus. I could not cut out carbs. I love carbs. Grant loves carbs. I need carbs. Andrew says, now I'm out. See ya. See ya, Andrew. Yep. See ya, everybody. If you want to leave early, there's a minute left in the game. Feel free to leave early, but if you want to stick around for a little bit, you can. There might be another goal. Who knows? Angus says, see you, Andrew. Brandon, and also was Sandra's. Oh, Sandra. Oh, Angus, I called it. The Jazz used to be located in New Orleans. There we go. I thought the Jazz would make sense in New Orleans. They should call themselves the Salt Lake City Lakers. That'd make more sense than the Los Angeles Lakers. 30 seconds left. 8-4. I think this will hold. Let's watch the end here. Let's watch the end. Standing ovation at Rogers Place for the Edmonton Oilers. Fantastic. On your feet. On your feet. I will go on my feet. Eight 4 the final. Edmonton thrashes the Detroit Red Wings. I think this game could have been 8-2. Stuart Skinner gave up some leakies tonight, but it doesn't matter. Cue the La Bamba. Eh la 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 Bamba. Da 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 da. Fantastic. Well, let's recap the game, and then we'll head home and sign off, because it's getting late. Draisaitl got the goal, 1-0. CC made it 2-0. DeBrincat on the power play, 2-1. And then Bouchard, 3-1 in the second. Veleno, 3-2. Kane, 3-3. I was like, oh shit, we got a game. Edmonton was like, nah. Nah, bitch, nah. Holloway, 4-3. Hopkins, 5-3. Hyman, 6-3. Kane, 7-3. They get a sympathy goal. Perron, 7-4, and then 8-4. 8-4. I don't think I can't remember the last time I saw an NHL game that was 8-4. Crazy. Get rid of this. My honest assessment of this game was Detroit wasn't great defensively. Neither was Edmonton, to be honest. But I think a lot of the goals that Detroit gave up were just basic mistakes by either the defense or the goaltenders. Ville Husso was crap for his goal that he gave up. Apparently he got injured, Ville Husso. So Alex Lyon came in, and he gave up some bad goals as well. So I think that was the difference. Edmonton's goaltending was just a little bit better. Defense was just a little bit better. And the Detroit goaltending defense was just worse, way worse. So that was the difference. Angus says, I doubt that the local team St. Louis gets anywhere except for maybe a new manager. Yeah, St. Louis City. They had a great season last year. I'm excited to see how they're going to do this season in MLS. Yeah, I didn't know they got a new manager. Oh, you saying that if they don't do well, they might get a new manager. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's year 2 for St. Louis. We'll see if they can keep it going. Go Sounders. That's my team. David said it's now 7-4. It's ugly. Yes, it's very ugly. The Pelicans are based in that Louisiana city. That's right, the Pelicans. What does the Pelican have to do with New Orleans? They're everywhere. There's Pelicans everywhere. Angus, I've played NHL video games on the easy mode and won games by over 100 goals. That is insane. That is insane. What? What? I've never done that before. Brandon says Gordo is coming. Angus is the Salt Lake City Temples. David, I liked watching the stream, but with it getting kind of late where I am, I will say goodnight from Ontario's capital of Toronto. And I will say goodnight from the great state of Minnesota here in about a minute. But let's get to the comments here. A couple more left. Ang says, see ya, Grant. Out of here. Yep. I'm talking about the baseball Cardinals. Oh, okay. The St. Louis Cardinals. I thought you were talking about St. Louis City FC. But yeah, Cardinals. They had a good season last year, too, with St. Louis. What's going on in St. Louis? They're doing well. Doing really well in the sporting world. Right, that is it for me. What a stream. What a game. 8-4 the final for the Edmonton Oilers. It was tight in the second. We got it to 3-3, and then it just, Edmonton was like, we're just going to take this over. And then Alex Lyon was like, I can't stop a beach ball for the life of me. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you are new, please subscribe to THPN on YouTube. Follow us on our social medias. At hockeypodnet is the Insta and Twitter. If you want to smash the like button, feel free to do that. If you want to help support the channel with a donation, do that through the live chat if you're interested. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at Grant Akeem is my handle, at Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. Thank you to DraftKings as always for sponsoring this stream and everything at THPN. Make sure you use the code THPN when you sign up for DraftKings. The next stream for me, like I mentioned, will be tomorrow, but on my channel called the Grant Akeem channel. We'll play some Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll probably do that at 11:30 a.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Eastern. It'll be around there. Stay tuned to my Twitter and my YouTube community page. I'll let you guys know when I do go live. If you're not interested in that, totally fine. I'll be back on THPN on Thursday for the Canucks and these Detroit Red Wings. We'll see if goaltending shows up in that game for Detroit. Who knows? Could be 16-8 game. Could be a 16-4 game. Who knows with this goaltending by Detroit. But that is my schedule for me next time I'm on THPN, Thursday. That is a 10 p.m. Eastern start time, by the way. Canucks and Detroit on Thursday. So that is truly NHL after dark if you live on the East Coast. Cue the Marvin Gaye. All right, thank you again. And I always like to end my streams by saying, and also I need to shout out everybody for watching tonight. You're all legends. Each and every one of you, you're amazing. Staying up late to watch some idiot talk about hockey. I love it. Thank you. And I always like to end my streams by saying, it's a crazy world out there. Sending all my love from me to you, and to everyone around the world that could use some love. Hope we're doing well. Hope we're doing okay. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon, everybody. See you on my channel tomorrow morning for some Red Dead on a Valentine's Day. If not, I will see you back here on Thursday for Canucks and Red Wings. Speak to you soon.
Say something.